May I come in, sir?
Please come.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir.
Rahul Shekhar, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So Rahul, mechanical engineer,
Yes.
make in India.
Yes.
How do you see our relative inability to achieve the target of 25% of GDP from manufacturing sector by 2025?
Sir, I believe we are at about 17-18%. The percentage has not changed much, but we have made some progress in fields like electronics manufacturing or EVs or pharmaceuticals, and some structural lacks in the economy like labor market or the land market. If that improves, I believe we can achieve that 25% in the say next 5-10 years.
Okay, which are you've mentioned few sectors that are promising.
Yes.
But don't you think relative lack of capital expenditure from private sector in manufacturing is one of the main causes why
Yes, sir.
manufacturing has not picked up?
Yes, sir. We have seen that in the past few years, particularly post-COVID, sir, government expenditure on capital has been immense, but private sector has started picking up. And sir, if say global headwinds are also positive, then we can gain much better, sir.
All right. Now you are currently with the income tax.
So I will be joining income tax,
Okay.
but presently I am at CPWD, sir.
Right. So let's anticipate you joining. Look, the recent GST reforms
Yes, sir.
have lowered the taxes,
Yes.
and there is a danger that the fiscal deficit target that we have may not be achieved because so much duty remissions have been given on fast moving consumer goods, and the government intake from GST has fallen. Government circles, including finance minister, claim that they would still be able to meet the fiscal deficit target. How do you see this?
Sir, I believe the tax rate cut could increase the consumer spending, and if there is a multiplier effect, that could again compensate for the loss in GST that could undertake due to the tax cut rate. And secondly, sir, if there is a rapid increase in the tax base that is going on in the past few years, and we have seen that even in both the in direct as well as in indirect taxes due to formalization of economy, that could again compensate or even go beyond what was targeted. And thirdly, sir, we are seeing that means if we are more prudent in our expenditure part, that could also help us in achieving the target of 4.8% that we have set for the next year, sir.
Right. You are into test cricket. Yeah. Our performance has fallen. Why is that? Meaning on home ground we have lost 2 test series.
Sir, as I understand, means from the players' perspective, sir, there is a shortage of skill when it comes to testing conditions. Like players are not able to trust their defense when the ball is spinning or when it is swinging. Secondly, sir, there is a lack of clarity of roles. Means the people are switching positions, or even there are a lot of all-rounders in the team. Means clarity of roles is not there, and I believe in cricket or in any sport, if there is a clarity of role with the personalities are able to deliver much better, sir. So, and thirdly, sir, the team is in transition, so we have Ashwin, Pujara, Rahane, Kohli, Sharma, they were means they have studied the ship for so many years, and since they have retired, so the transition is also affecting the teams.
Okay, so you've been working with the Central Vista project.
Yes.
What is your opinion on this entire project? You think it should have been executed the way it is being done?
Sir, the project was desirable because there were a lot of means safety concerns with respect to buildings. The IAS codes or the codes on which they were built were outdated, and secondly, sir, lot of retrofitting has already been done, and to induce newer IT infrastructure or HVAC systems, it was getting means tough to accommodate all those things. And sir, with respect to parliament projects, sir, delimitation was being means it will be done in say coming years. Then the capacity would have been means insufficient in the old parliament building. And sir, all the ministries are scattered at the moment. So with the 10 Kartavya Bhavans that are proposed to be coming, I think we will be able to accommodate all the 53 ministries.
What about the plan to
Yes.
have museums in the north block and the south block? It's a good idea.
So I believe, sir, they are heritage one buildings, and since sir, we can so, as I already told about that ki there will be lot of retrofitting etc. were already done, and to be able to accommodate offices it was getting tough, and so we thought that
Or why open museums there?
sir, it was
It's a good idea.
yes sir, it is a heritage site, and it would be open for the public, so I believe it could means it would the utilization part of it would be better, sir.
Okay, you are from Uttarakhand.
Yes, sir.
Uttarakhand has been witnessing a large number of disasters,
Yes.
natural disasters. What are the reasons and how can we stop it or make it better than what it is now?
Sir, the area is in very geologically as well as climatically sensitive place, and I think, sir, a lot of scientific study or the geotechnical studies should be done before we are able to undertake any construction in that area. Secondly, sir, we need to train the communities and the disaster management team so that we are able means multi-hazard early warning systems are present and we are able to respond very quickly and mitigate the impacts. Thirdly, sir, slope stabilization is a very stable means very is a solution, so that whenever there is a cloud burst or whenever there is a landslide, we are the damage is minimized. Say for example, short crating could be done or retention walls. These things are very vital, sir. And most importantly, sir, a lot of illegal construction takes place, say hotels or resorts along Char Dham paths or in Nainital, Mussoorie areas. These should be administratively handled, sir.
Okay. Now, the Q2 growth rate results have been quite good, 8.2%.
Yes.
Why do you think it has happened?
Sorry, sir, I have not gone into the analysis part of it.
Has the GST cut done anything? The income tax cut?
So that may have been reason. I will need to look into it, sir.
Okay. Yesterday the RBI reduced the repo rate by 0.25 basis points. Why have they done it? Should they do it? And what result is expected?
Yes, sir. The inflation has been steady, and lowering the interest rates will help us in means giving greater impetus to the growth. So that is the reason, because if the interest rate would have been, if the inflation would have been on the higher side, the RBI had not reduced the repo rate for 2.5 years approximately after the COVID, and since after that we have controlled it, and now we have reduced it
So the
about.
idea is to give further impetus to growth.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. You are basically a mechanical engineer. I'm happy you have offered your subject also. You are working in CPWD. Even we have these air conditioners at home also. What is the wattage of, when we say 1.5 ton? What is the wattage of that?
Sir, 1.5 ton is actually means, in technical terms, it is the amount of energy required to, it will pull that.
Obviously, I know. I'm asking in wattage term, how much is it?
So 1 TR is
1.5 ton, as we say. 1.5 ton का लेना है, 2 ton का लेना है.
sir, 1 ton is equal to 3.5 kilowatt, and 1.5
1 ton is equal to 3.5 kilowatt. No? Is straight 1.1500 watt, 2000,
No,
2 point. Is it?
No, sir.
What is it then?
Sir, it is, in technical terms, 1 TR is amount of energy required to convert 1 ton of ice into 1 ton of water into ice in 24 hours. So that comes out to be nearly 3.51 kilowatts. Sir.
Okay, anyway, I give it to you. You are presently doing it. It can be checked. Okay. What is the ratio, what is the formula between GVA? This PIB note is before me. It is giving the formula between GDP and GVA. What is GVA? Gross Value Addition. So what is the formula between them? What is the equation between them?
Sir, I will have to check it, sir. I am not able
GDP
to
is equal to GVA plus taxes minus subsidies.
Yes,
Okay?
yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, now you come from the state of Uttarakhand. Living relationships.
Yes.
What is your view about that? Why is there so much hue and cry about living relationships? You mean the state of Uttarakhand has not done well in this area? They should not have done it?
Yes, sir. In the UCC, they made it compulsory for live-in relationships to register, even if they are outside the state. And sir, what was the second part of the question?
My simple question is, what are your views about the living relationships? Is it good to get them registered, as they say, or not good?
Sir, I believe government has given weightage to the security part or the concern of the parents. So registration.
But it affects the privacy part.
Yes, sir, that is a concern, and that has been criticized. So, sir, if
So we should withdraw it.
I think, sir, we can have it for some time, and after that, based on the feedbacks or based on the concerns.
But if we withdraw it, the people will say, for 3 years we are living together, 5 years we are living together. It's reported in press. Suddenly a rape charge comes, 20 years imprisonment charges come. You must be reading in the newspaper. So
Yes.
Somewhere balance has to come.
Yes, sir. So I believe that after means continuous feedback and then improvisation should be the.
Okay, my last question to you. Now, what is the total volume of the budget, projected budget, 25-26?
Sir, it is about, expenditure is about 45 trillion rupees, and sir.
Trillion rupees? It is lakh rupees.
Lakh crore or trillion. Yes, sir.
50 lakh crores.
Yes.
That is the position, right?
Yes, sir.
And how much is the fiscal deficit?
Sir, about 18 to 20 lakh crores.
It is 14 lakh crore, right? Which is a huge amount. 4.8% of the GDP, they calculate. And now it's 4.4%. projected.
Yes.
So that means out of 50 lakhs, such a huge amount is fiscal deficit. Next time you want to go and take your pay, your pay may not be available. Your pay comes from which? Revenue deficit or from the fiscal deficit areas?
Sir, revenue.
That comes from the revenue. That is about 5 lakh crore. That
Yes.
itself is quite huge. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Rahul,
Yes.
you're working in PWD.
Yes, ma'am.
So one thing I'm often amazed is that PWD as an organization, you have got very quantifiable, you have measurements kind of scale regarding, whenever you are allotting any project, the specifications that what needs to be done, what is specified, it's very in minutest detail. But when we see the overall quality of the projects, still we are not able to achieve that. So the efficiency and quality are not merging together. Why is it so?
Yes, ma'am. There have been lots of issues even with our department. I believe at every stage there are some deviations. Say, for example, when we are making the project or the NIT notice inviting tender, there have been tendencies of copying the previous NITs. So, secondly, ma'am, the 3D model that we are able to draw on the computer, say through BIM, that is very tough to replicate, or even it is not able to predict that, say for example, wherever conduit will be going, and then means there is mismatch at that stage also. Thirdly, ma'am, I believe since the L1 system of tendering is there, the bidding by contractors is going very below the means ECPT or the estimated cost. So contractors are trying to cut the cost, labor deficiencies are there. So
what needs to be done?
I believe our graduate means all the stakeholders say for the department we could have better training and better sensor based monitoring etc. could be done. Secondly, ma'am, to some extent in the project means vital projects we could come up with QCBS or the quality cost basis system for tendering, so that quality.
But isn't it already there? The quality control checks are already there, but still they are not being able to deliver.
Yes, ma'am. Since all the other factors are also coming into play, so quality checks.
Isn't corruption one of the factor here?
Ma'am, it has been reported, and there is a factor, but I believe it is say for example, ma'am, the discretion at other stages, means at the stage of say quality checks, and even since the contractors are trying to cut their cost because they have underbidded and the cost, so that also becomes a factor, ma'am.
You are sweating a lot. Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am, I am okay, bit feverish in the morning, so.
Okay, but otherwise you are fine.
Yes,
right
ma'am.
now? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, recently G2 term was used.
Yes, ma'am.
So who coined this term? Are you aware?
Mr. Donald Trump.
Are you sure he coined this term? He used it.
Yes, sorry, ma'am. I am not aware who coined the term.
Okay, now tell me, is bipolarity returning to international affairs? Are we moving towards a bipolar world?
I would not say that, ma'am, because other, say, US and China are dominant. US is predominant still, and other poles like Russia is still vital. India, Japan, France, even other countries like Saudi, these are also emerging, and it is inconclusive as of now, I would say, bipolarity or even unipolarity or multipolarity. But
so what is, you have ruled out everything. So what is there?
I think we are moving from, say, past 10 years ago it would have been unipolar, but we are moving towards multipolar, ma'am. So I believe it is a transition.
So tell me,
phase.
this recent US-China engagement,
Yes,
how much alarm should we be?
There have been I think that it is a troubling signal for India, because if India achieves achieves the status, say we become more powerful in the future, there will be even presently US is trying to pull us down through trade, and focusing on our own strengths, like we have a very large market or even demographic dividend, and strengthening our security aspects, so and technology, that would
So
be.
tell me 3 areas where which we need to emphasize now. Considering G2 in the background, right? What 3 things we need to work on, India? What should be our future priorities? 3 priorities for us for the coming future.
Ma'am, firstly would be economic development. Secondly, ma'am, securing naval power so that we are able to means create a free and open Indo-Pacific. And thirdly, ma'am, moving towards innovation or knowledge-based economy, so that even defense tech or other technologies, anti-satellite missiles or these sort of things, we are able to develop indigenously, ma'am.
Okay, my last question to you. What is the difference between GM and GE crops? Recently they were in news.
I'm not aware of the precise difference between G.
Okay. And what is our stand? Indian government is favoring what? GM or GE? Your father is a professor in this.
Yes.
Land breeding, yeah.
Sorry,
No?
ma'am, I am not aware.
Okay, right. Thank you.